before lockdown, my guide dog and I would be on the bus 2, 3, 4 times a week. And obviously during the lockdown downtime, it was much more difficult because even if we got on the bus, there was nowhere to go. So we did tend to sort of, steer away from the buses. And things like finding seats and everything were quite difficult and quite restrictive. But obviously I've been back on now. For the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, we've been back to not quite up to our full regular 2 or 3 times a week, but we've certainly been 2 or 3 times, to various different places across the island. And it's been brilliant. Everyone's been really, really helpful. Obviously with the new sort of hand sanitizer as you get on and off the bus is really handy. Seat restrictions are now lifted, so I will say to Flora when we get on the bus, find a seat. And obviously she can't tell if the seat as beforehand was restricted, but now that's been lifted, it's eased it a lot. I don't have to worry about, am I sitting in the wrong place, or do I have to ask someone if I can sit here? So it's made it a lot less anxious. And I say people have been really helpful. The drivers, as always, are really helpful. And if I needed any sort of help or advice or any questions, I can just ask them and they'll direct me on and off, and yeah, absolutely fine. As a blind person, you tend to touch a lot more things. You have to feel where seats are, you have to feel where the bell is, you have to run your hand down before you find the bell and things like that. Getting on and off, you touch a lot more surfaces as a blind or visually impaired person. And knowing that hand sanitizer is there, so as you get off, you can make sure your hands are clean. And as I say, getting on, you make sure your hands are clean as well. It does make it a lot less anxious to travel. I mean, I keep it in my bag anyway, but having it ready to hand as you're getting on and off is really good.
And how much did you and Flora miss the bus?
She missed it a lot. Well, so did I actually. That was our favourite jaunt 2 or 3 times a week, was a nice walk along the seafront and a cup of tea, but there was nowhere to get a cup of tea, there was no. I have noticed the buses are a lot busier recently with people holidaying, and part of me thinks good. I think I'm really pleased to see the island sort of traffic picking up and everything. But as I say, with the support and help for the staff that are around and the drivers, it's meant it's still really easy to travel.
Where do you and Flora love to go on the bus?
Flora and I, probably our favourite 2 destinations are Cowes seafront. We get off at the Red Jet or at the Marks and Spencers, and we walk all the way along the seafront to Gurnard and back. That's a really lovely walk. And similarly, we go down to Ryde Esplanade, and walk all the way along to Sea View and back. So that's 2 really nice long walks for us. Flora and I haven't been on the bus for, properly for over a year now, and there is that little level of anxiety of, have things changed? Is it going to be like it was? And the answer is yes, it is. It's exactly the same as it was before. And I would say, if you are worried, pop into the travel office when you get here and ask somebody, or ring up. People are here to help you, and everyone wants to support people getting on and off the buses, and just ask.